Hi, I'm Jim Carroll. I'm a futurist trends and innovation expert. It's probably a good time to take a look at some of the key trends which are going to redefine your world and change the world of business at an absolutely furious pace. We live in an absolutely transformative period of time with so many trends coming together all at once, which are providing for our world to be disrupted in very significant ways. Everything from 3D printing to artificial intelligence to cryptocurrencies and distributed technologies. We are witnessing the acceleration of self-driving cars and a variety of other technologies which are reshaping entire industries at an absolutely furious pace. The underlying trend that is occurring here is every single company is becoming a software company. Every single industry is becoming a technology industry. And what this does is it speeds up the pace of innovation. In the technology industry, we've seen Moore's Law for years. The processing power of a computer chip doubles every 18 months and the cost cuts in half. And that speed of change is now coming to every single industry as they become technology bound. Certainly, open source networks and global idea collaborative factories are driving forth the pace of innovation. Edge thinking is dominating, with initiatives like Kickstarter aligning for a new form of R&D that is causing faster change within industries. Companies are discovering that a lot of the innovation which is impacting their future is occurring out in global collaborative communities. In the new garages of the 21st century, there are individuals who are discovering the ideas that will transform our world and reshape entire industries. What is happening here as this unfolds is that small organizations increasingly can define the future of larger organizations. Think about the little device Square, which completely redefined the global credit card industry because they provided a simple way for people to undertake credit card transactions through their iPhone. Similar levels of disruption are beginning to occur in every single industry as the very essence of what innovation is and where it occurs begins to change. New capabilities and new ways of doing things are leading to the inconceivable becoming conceivable in a short period of time. The levels and types of research and development occurring in industries are undergoing significant change as all of these trends accelerate as well. It's said that distributed energy resources in the energy sector are growing 3 times faster than traditional energy investment. The whole process of conceiving the future is changing because of new design methodologies. We are in a world of rapid concept generation, rapid concept development, and rapid prototyping, driven by advanced methodologies and new software and 3D printing technologies. We are in a world in which suddenly the impossible becomes possible faster than ever before through a new iterative redesign type of process. In this world of hyperconnectivity, everything becomes smart and everything gains intelligence. Have you thought about what is happening with light poles? They're becoming Fitbits for cities. We can embed environmental sensing technology into them to monitor for air quality. They're becoming smart car charging stations with embedded credit card technology so that we can plug in electric vehicles anywhere. They're becoming Wi-Fi stations as we accelerate towards a smart city infrastructure. The big issue with knowledge is that skills access is the new gold. Look at what's happening with automotive companies. They are in a rush to get computer skills, high-tech skills, skills necessary to understand what is happening with the acceleration of the industry into self-driving technology. They are investing billions of dollars to get the right minds to do the right work to take themselves into the faster future. You know, put it together, we've got people who are thinking big and bold. There's a lot of Elon Musks about. One of my favorite phrases came from Tesla's SEC filing last year, where they basically said, we have no experience to date in manufacturing vehicles at the high volumes that we anticipate for the Model 3. And to be successful, we're gonna have to figure out how to do things that we've never done before. And talk about a brash statement. And that's the type of attitude which is coming into every single industry and causing very significant disruption. That's what you need to prepare yourself for in a future in which the world belongs to those who are fast.
Futurist Jim Carroll from the home broadcast studio. Well, you've been busy dealing with the complexities of COVID-19 and a global economy in the midst of a pandemic. Guess what? People have not stopped inventing the future. The future is being invented all around you. I had a broadcast yesterday which was asking people, will your 2030 self be happy with what it sees you doing in the year 2020? That is, are you making the decisions right now that you should be making to align yourself to a faster future? Maybe not, because what happens in a period of time like this is a lot of people stop watching the future, they stop innovating, they get stuck in a rut. They don't align themselves to the trends that are unfolding. Meantime, there's a whole bunch of people out there reinventing industries. The trends which were occurring before the pandemic have not disappeared. In fact, many of them have sped up. And what I would encourage you to do, if you are to do one thing, is to revisit the future. I want you to think again about what we were talking about just a few months ago before this global pandemic set in. Maybe one way to do that is to watch a little clip where I was on stage at an event just over a year ago in New Orleans, challenging a group of people to think about the big, massive, transformative trends which are really reshaping our world. And I was doing that in a way by looking back at where we are today in the way that things worked in the olden days, that is today, and how it was in the year 2030. Give it a watch.
Once we looked back in time from the future, we came to realize that the future turned out to be way bigger than we ever expected it would. At one moment in time, we will look back at the agricultural industry and say to ourselves, at one moment in time, we used to farm when the sun was up, using manual labor and farmers and tractors. And then one day we woke up and we were doing 24-hour farming with a lot of robotic technology, farming 24 hours a day, driven and managed by a fleet of operators inside buildings. One day we will wake up and we will look back in time and remember the day when we used to actually go to stores to get the things we need. And then we woke up and one day we realized we were in a world in which the products came to us. One day we will look back and realize that we fixed people after they became sick. But because of advances in genomic DNA-based medicine, we had increasing knowledge of what it is that they were likely to become sick with, and we could architect the delivery of healthcare solutions based upon that knowledge. One day we realized we had people called truck drivers who actually drove physical trucks. And then all of a sudden we found ourselves in a world with autonomous vehicle technology, trucks with no doors, no windows, no human inside, which were being driven by people thousands of miles away. One day we'll look back at the world of manufacturing and realize that we were in a world of manufacturing in which we would produce millions of products that were all the same. But then with 3D printing and end of runway manufacturing, we found ourselves in a world in which we were doing mass customization, in which we were not designing products that were all the same for millions of people, but we were designing products which were uniquely customized for every single customer and were 3D printed on an end of runway manufacturing site close to their home. And the entire concept of inventory forever disappeared. There are massive transformative trends that are underway today, which are forever shaping the world of every single industry.
There are massive transformative trends underway right now. And if anything, the pandemic has accelerated these trends. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to my website and specifically to a page, 2030.jimcarroll.com. And you're going to find a blog post that I wrote some time ago, 20 trends into 2030. Are you ready for the massive transformation of just about everything? And you're going to find on that page 20 industries with insight as to the transformative changes occurring within that industry. You'll find out what is going on in the world of healthcare and how that is changing. Take a look at what is occurring in the world of transportation. There's a video that goes with that. You can take a look at the transformative trends which are underway in the world of insurance. In the transformative trends which are underway, for example, in the world of agriculture. Not only that, you get to watch me hang out with a couple of cows in a field. 20 industries, massive transformation, massive trends. Look, the future hasn't slowed down. If anything, it is speeding up. And one day you're going to look back at what you were doing in 2020 and you're going to ask yourself, was I a part of that, or was I sitting back and waiting for other things to unfold and for a little bit more certainty in my life, my world, as this pandemic raged all around me? The future is happening right now. You are either part of it or you're not. I'm part of it. I'm doing it right here in my home broadcast studio. So think about the future, think about trends, think about what you need to do. And if you want to explore the future, look, I've been a futurist for 25 years, advising some of the largest organizations worldwide on what they need to do to align themselves to an era in which the future belongs to those who are fast. If you want to understand the future, reach out, contact me, and we can have a discussion as to how you can think big, start small, scale fast. That's it for now. Futurist Jim Carroll from the Home Broadcast Studio.